Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus and we are undertaking massive mega project after massive mega project, and we are going to start by looking here. This is the Natar Sun, and let me look at the I can't do that. I have to go here. There we go. So this is the biggest sphere that we have. It is a blue one. It has the highest luminosity. We're going to build a massive sphere around here. Yes, I know it's not well, this is the sphere that, if you recall, if you've seen it before, then that's the one I also built in Season 3 around the black hole. And as you can see out here, there is a constant stream of rockets coming in. So I'm tempted to say it's going to fill up quickly, but it is not. It needs 527,000 rockets. So and we have we have 1,200. Yeah, it's not quite there, right? It's not quite there, but we are going to build a next mega project that we're going to get started on. And as we get started on this, and when we are finished with that, not the entire mega project, but with the stuff we can do for today's episode, then it is also time for us to check back and see how much we've progressed here in the meantime. So we are warping our way over to Baked Beans, because while we are warping, that is where I thank the patrons who are supporting the channel. I really appreciate the support through the ups and downs. Maybe even particular if there's a stretch of content where you're not really super engaged. Maybe I'm not playing enough Factorio in your opinion, but you continue to support. I really appreciate that. And don't worry, I'll be back to Factorio. I'll be back to Satisfactory. It's just things come and go, and there will be new games. I have a couple of cool games that are upcoming as well. So thank you very much, everyone who is supporting. It is amazing, and yeah, it really helps me actually keep this going. Now, what are we going to do today? We are going to build a mega project, and we now fixed the quantum chips. We fixed the small carrier rockets. So that means we should be working. Our Dyson Sphere should be able to be built pretty well, and that means we time to get some power, and then we can start working on science. So I want to make a blueprint, a single blueprint that does 30 science per second, and hopefully, ideally, it'll take half of a planet, so that I can build 2 of those on a planet, and then get 60 science per second per planet, and then I can step this blueprint down twice on a new planet, and then we can sort of scale up our science incredibly quickly. So I decided this planet for 2 different reasons. Well, Baked Beans was in chat, so why not use that opportunity to take this? Also, we are going to need more crude oil, more organic crystals, and particularly spiniform that we did not tap at all. So we haven't tapped anything on this planet. I'm also, which is kind of ironic in this planet, but I really want this planet to be the one where we're going to get the achievement on for covering the whole thing. I saw this in a movie once. And that is what we're going to do here. So we know the drill. Polar hub, and we will build a receiver down here, because we do have a new Dyson Sphere in progress here. It's not getting that far. It also needs 100,000. So yeah, we need a lot of rockets. But after we build our small carrier rocket factory, you can see things are actually coming in. And we can replace all of the Dyson Swarm with a Dyson Sphere instead. Much more sustainable. So let's do this, and then we are going to just get ready so we can start designing as well. So recall this beautiful planet, and then let's terraform it. So here we are, lots of terraforming later. Every single thing has been hooked up, and after I hooked it up, I kind of regretted it, because why even spend time on hooking up an iron vein that only has 400,000 when we could take another one that maybe has like 4 million in there instead and get 10 times as much. Also, we are going to be paving over a lot of this anyway. Like I built this, but I'm pretty sure I have to pave over this. I really should be starting somewhere out here and then work our way over, and we'll end up paving over everything. The only one I'm regretting paving over is going to be this one, the organic crystals. But you know, at some point we might have to do with that anyway. So that's but it is not done, because lo and behold, I have not done the whole thing. So let's see if I've done it correctly. I mean, you kind of know that it is, because if I hadn't, then I would have redone the recording. So I saw this in a movie once. Cover a planet with foundation. All right, so one more achievement is done, and that was 326,000. I think it is. I can't remember if it's 325 or 326,000, but it's that ballpark figure, concrete, that we need to do. So that's what we need to do. Now, what I need to do is get some replacement materials. We need to get some matrix labs and stuff like that, get it in here so we can start our design work and find out where we're going to start working on the design. It is going to be in this area, and I think we are, yeah, somewhere here, I think. So let's remove that and get our resources in so we can start working on the design. Right, this is a good place to start with our design. So how are we going to do this? We're going to do it in the way we've always done, and I'm actually going to do something slightly different here. Because this is going to be one aggregate blueprint, then I think this is a very wise thing to do, is basically say that the middle one for each of these will be the one taking care of that. Yep. Interesting. Oh yeah, I don't have power. Haha. And that will go on the back side into the other two. So we sort of set up something that is a principle, and this one will then be requesting, maybe even have 200 here. That one, request provide. Good. And that will now take care of all the other ones wherever we need it. So this will go, and I will get a, yeah, let's see where we want it. We want it to be in this location. Then we get it as far down as possible. And then basically we are going to say, hey, you know what? You can get that in here. There. And this will then be the one that I keep forgetting. Go away. Oops. Yep. That is not welcome here. Like that. So we are moving that forward to the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one is here. It's important to know where the delimitation is. So what we need to build is in each of these. The first one I will build blue signs. Yeah, I don't want to carry that around. Blue signs. So what do we need for blue signs? Well, we need circuits and magnetic coils. But I'm not going to request circuits and magnetic coils. I'm going to build those things here, because that's all the things that are needed for circuits and magnetic coils. So let's build that as we can here, and I think we can actually build it in a really neat way by saying we have 3 outputs here. Top one will be magnetic coils. I don't know how far we need to make it. And the middle one will be copper, because copper is going to be used for all of them, or for both of them. And then iron will only be used for the circuits. That means now I can take on the side, I think that is the right place, and that's the right place. So on this side I'll do circuits, because circuits will only use iron and copper. And on the north side here we'll do magnetic coils, because it'll use the coils and copper as well. So all these, and then if I build 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each of these are producing 20. Hold on, what am I doing here? That can't be right. This is producing, they're producing 3 per second. So this is 24, but I am actually deliberately proliferating this, even though I normally don't proliferate this part. Here, here, and here. Then that will be proliferated in this case. There we go. Then I don't need 8 of those, do I? Because if I do then 24, then that becomes proliferated, then it becomes 30 inbound, and that'll be too much outbound. Because what I want to aim for is the science, colored science outbound will be 30, which of course means that when I proliferate that and then turn it into white science, it becomes 37.5, and that's 2,250 per minute, which is kind of a weird thing. But I really like, something has to be scaled towards the correct number, and I guess this is going to be it, right? The blue science going backwards from here. So with that in mind, I am kind of thinking that I might overbuild it, like diamonds in the sky. Yeah, that's a weird one. I had to reset my achievements, so we'll get that one like randomly. It is related. I had to reset the achievements to make sure that I got the what's it called? The one saw it in a movie once. Okay, so let's do some calculations then. We are going to say if I want to output 24, I'm going to need 7 of these. Because if we do 7, then this will be 21. And then plus 25% will be enough. This is continuing to go outbound. How far? Yeah, that's about as far as it can go. And then I'm going to use... Actually, we want to go as far as we can go because we can always delete it. This return here will be the return of the blue signs. That means we can now go over here and we'll need to figure out a location. Maybe like this. And can you fit in here? Yeah, you fit perfectly. Maybe like this. That one and that one. Looking good. And this will make blue. Blue is pretty quick, so that's not really a big deal. Yeah, and how many blue do we need? We need 72. So that's 6 towers of 12 high is a good number for doing that. I'm going to pick in, and I'm going to be in and out. And it'll make it in the height as well. 2, 3, 4. Actually, the easiest is probably just to build it all the way up as far as you can. That's going to be 15. And then 1, 2, 3. Then we can do the copy paste. It is 12. I'll take the belts out because then I can stamp it down. How much space do we want between them? Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. Let's land. 3, 4, 5, 6 towers. Go. And I will put a little power pole there and a little power pole here. And then all we need is this one to be powered. That's going to be the simple inbound, 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 out and out. And then copy paste. Maybe I want to do 8 instead. I don't know. We'll do this because this is what we're designing it for, what it makes sense with. So we'll be here, 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 and put another one in there so we get the first one powered as well. This is now working, but I'm not powering these two, so I think I'll just continue this one over. Simply bring it up and bring it back here. It is a lot simpler to do it that way than it is to sort of have it here and split it. And what is also important, when we get this one here, I will be lowering that. At least for the time being. We don't know what's going to be there, so we don't know if that's going to be necessary. Here as well, there's no reason to overscale it. And now it's time for us to build all of this inbound. It is not getting any in here because I don't have any power at this location. I'll just build that right now. There we go, just so that we're sure that we get this inbound and we can spread it out to the others. Great. And of course we need the same thing at this side just to make sure that it is powered, so we get some proliferation in before we get. So here's the rule again. I will only be exporting it on my local planet. It's going to be a local, so I'm going to set 5,000. This will be only imported remotely, so I will be requesting 10,000 inbound. And this will only be requested external, so there. This will only be external, so there. And that one has to be here, and just make sure that the values are correct. Yep. And now it's set to 60, which is obviously kind of not enough. Interesting how oh right, okay, someone set it to 1,100 too much. There we go. It's fine. This one will come in, and once it comes in, we are going to see it. In the meantime, we can look at red science. Interesting thing about red science here is that it requires graphite, which I consider to be a default product, and because we can make it from coal, It's a basic product. So basic products we're not going to make. I'm not going to be importing coal to make it into graphite. That makes no sense. I'm going to say graphite is something I will always have enough of, and I don't have enough of, I'll go to one of my smelting plants and then scale up there, or go tap some more raw resources. And hydrogen is literally the most abundant material in the universe, so I will, even this universe, I will just request those in, which means the funny thing is the build for red science is just a build of this, right? I don't need, it's just a matrix build, nothing more. So I don't want to be getting that in just yet, but we know that. That means the only thing we need to do is build the red science, and I'm gonna need, how much was it? I'm gonna need twice as much as these. Right, this is 1 every 3 seconds, and red is 1 every 6 seconds. Are they coming in? Yes, they're coming in. So let's see if it's working. They look like they're all huffing and puffing, so that's good. Do I have warnings up? Yep. And this will start. It'll always take a bit of time to fully saturate all of these, but it will get up there, and then we'll have our production. And once the whole thing is up, I will probably just barely see it for a very short time. We'll see the whole thing working before this one is actually filled up to 5,000, because I want small buffers here, and I think that's the right thing to do with small buffers. Let's get it to do all of it. One thing that we could do, and probably should do actually, for this, is take belt monitors and use belt monitors for all of these, so that we can at least see what kind of science is not working. So I want to do cycle it up to 60. I want to say the target flow is 30 per second. That's 180. There, 1800. That's what I meant. And if the condition is less than that, no, the condition for failure is that it's, well, greater than or equal to. That is the pass condition. And then I will set a global alert when it is failure and no cargo. If it's not flowing, then it doesn't really matter, right? If it's not flowing and not if it's not flowing because it's stuck, then there's no point in doing this, right? Okay, so let's have a look. Interesting that it's green. Oh, because I said less than or equal to. You know, I should actually have a bit of a leeway, because I don't want it to be like every time there's this part, then it'll be stuck. So I think I'll put some kind of, actually, there. I don't care if it's stuttering a bit. I care if it turns to 0. Yes. That's what we care about. Yeah, I don't care if it's running a bit slow, because it's never going to run slow unless it's out of resources. And if it's out of resources, then it will be running to 0 immediately. I want to be saying that there's just... Actually, wouldn't it just be easier just to say, I just want a warning if there's no cargo. Don't care about all the rest of the crap. This cycle here could be set to 1800 just to indicate if it's close enough. It's not close enough, and the reason why it's not close enough is because there are still gaps in this. And that is just beyond me. I think it's because somehow, somewhere, yeah, these are not fully saturated. So some of it, like here, for example, why are you not working? Oh, I know why. No, this is a typical Factorio problem as well. Yeah. Oh, come on. We're doing testing. Come on. Go, go, go. Target flow rate. Ah, the flow rate drops when it's... Yeah, the flow rate is monitoring flow rate, obviously. So that's... There. I'll just make it green. I just want an alert when there's no cargo. That's what I want. That's what I want, okay? That's what I want. We'll do that. Then I will take one of these and we'll put it at somewhat the same. Oh yeah, if I put it here, then it's going to be colliding. So I'll put it a bit out. And that means we are going to just request the two things outbound. This is going to be here. Yeah. That one. And then and back again. Where's that? This one. Back. You can go away. I wonder how this one actually reaches the other parts with power. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna need to do some kind of power in between here. Oh well. As long as we do that. Okay, and I am kind of leaning towards using this template. Because it works fine. Without these, of course. No, it doesn't work at all. Okay, so much for that. Here, and that will be inbound and inbound and outbound. Yes, thank you. And I will also make sure that we have proliferation. Will be. Let's try to turn them the same way as the other one. There and there. And I want to flip this. That's going to be 2, 3. And again, I'll do all the way up to 12. To 15. 2, 3. That should be 12. And I can then do this one here. Drop down. And that one. Looking good. And we'll do the copy of this part here without the belts. And I can then set it here. Is that undo? Ah. Mistakes were made. There. There. I have no idea how many I built. I feel like we got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So this is 144. 144 is exactly what we need. So all I need to do is just request stuff. Yes and yes. And then it'll come in here. So I know that for the yellow signs, I don't have room for me to build it here. So I'm going to build it somewhere else. I'm going to build it over here. And the design will be pretty much the same idea. Because the reason why I know that I don't have room for it is because... Oops. Here. And here. I will have one thing that absolutely will do. It's going to be the same as my very, very first yellow signs. I'm going to have one that does this. And another one that does... this. And you'll get the titanium inbound. Yep. And the other part is diamonds. And I'm actually going to call diamonds a default product because they come from kimberlite. And kimberlite is a raw resource. I'm not going to bring kimberlite in. I'm going to bring diamonds in even though kimberlite is higher compression. And then since this is the middle one, it will be responsible for also taking care of the warpers for the other two. And you're here. And this will require titanium. That is a basic material, and organic crystal, which is a raw material. So again, those are good. These will be out requested from off-world, and this will be 5,000. And here, this will be 5,000 because it's local, and this will be 5,000 because it's local, and this will be 10,000 because it is remote. I don't have any sort of hard and fast rules about, or well, I do have hard and fast rules, but I don't have any reason why I know that would be this is correct or not. Yeah, it's just kind of intuitive. Go away. Hey, the red one's working. Sweet. Let's have a look at production capacity here for Local planet. Here. Alright, just started. For 1 minute. We'll let it run for 1 minute. It's probably not really going to be running for 1 minute before it gets stuck. But looks good. Looks good now. More towers makes it more likely. See, these ones are actually not able to output all the time. Huh. It's good. And okay, we're approaching the 1100. We should get all the way up to 1800. I can do that just to make sure. And we are getting closer and closer to the 1800 that we have as our target. What I'm also going to do is I am going to make exactly the same as this part. That one with the Chinese name. Why are they not the same direction? Yeah, I want to be able to read it from the south part. And copy and paste. So now it says flow rate is 300. Oh yeah, because it's whatever. It's on the cycle time is 60 seconds. And oh, icon. Icon should definitely always be there, so that I know what the icon is. There. Let's put these in, so that if it doesn't work, then we will get we'll get it. We actually should do a test here. There. So now it is 0, and we'll see if this gives us a... Oh, it already gives us a warning here. Boom. No flow. No flow. And when will the warning stop? It'll stop as soon as we... There. And it's flowing again, and it's gone. Sweet. Alright, that is working. Off you go. And this one is very close. Very close. But even if there's just one glip like that one, then we're in trouble. And the best way to avoid that little glip is to make extra outputs on this side. Just so that this one will always be able to output. Maybe even the second should have multiple. There we go. That's not what we're working on. I'm happy. Should I just set this? Yeah, let's set this back to 5,000. We got what we wanted. That's all we need. And then it can be quiet. Right. So if I want to build the yellow science, then the yellow science still has to import 24. So if I want to make up here titanium crystals, and I want to make 24 of these, how many do I then need? Well, I'm going to be needing 54. So that's 4 times... that's 4 times 14. Let's do that. That is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to do a return belt here, and we are going to be here, and then go 1, 2, 1, 2. Should be good. I'll get the titanium out this location. Don't know how far it needs to go, and the organic crystals. Might think that this is a pattern. Haven't we seen this pattern before? Oh, I think we have. I think we have. Oh, that's nice. Oh, someone put a power pole there. Yeah, and also very important, I'm not going to use the limit here. Actually, I might want to do it in the middle because no, not even titanium is going to be used very much. Good. And return belt. And return belts. Now, with this sort of idea about how to get the warpers in, then that does put some other constraints about not being able to use the back rows. We'll see how that pans out later on. 1, 2, 3, hold on, that's 15 and that's 14. Good. So autosave. Autosave started to take a bit of time. Go. And we'll do Love this part. Still really enjoy this. Way better than pasting. And way better than copy pasting is this dragging. It's so amazing. And let's get some power poles. Do we want them here? We can build them out here because then it works easier with us setting up like that one and that one as well. Yes. And that's the power. Then let's get some proliferation in. And that will come all the way from down here. I don't know why I jumped. And that's the closest thing we can make. And it goes in and all the way up. And then it should lift up when we get it to the final one. Great. So it has warpers, it has everything it needs, and I will just demand and only provide local. And the only other thing we need is now making the yellow signs here. I am going to need, it's a bit weird, I'm going to need, this is on an 8-second cycle, so I need 192. That is 13 times 15 towers, and then I'm just subtracting a few. So again, we're going to build exactly the same design from over here. Like this. And... oh, well, not quite. Like that. And this will obviously be yellow instead. Yeah. And the return on this side as well. In. And a power pole. Instead of that power pole, we're going to take this. And I will be doing inbound, inbound, and outbound. And this one will be max height. Yep. And we are going to get all of this down here. I hope there's room for it. Better be 13 towers. Yeah, this should be. We just built 12 towers and it still had a bit of leeway. So let's make sure that we find out where the next intersection is. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the correct location. I have highlighted here. That intuition was not incorrect. Well, I guess I tried to build it like this and build it on top again. And then build down. And then we try to blueprint it like we done. Oops. Try to blueprint it without. That's too close. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And we're going to have to find where I place that. I put a lot of junk in here. That one. Except the last one is not going to happen. So let's get that out of the way. And this is also 195. There, that's 192. I think that's the least bad option we can do. And I will then get... what do I need here? That's already coming in. And I'll just request. And request, I guess. Oh, shoot. No, don't. Oh, okay. Well, a few of them got in before. That's okay. How's this one working? It's working really well. Didn't even have time to set this up. So yeah, that's the next mega project. That is where we want to build it, and then we just have to find a way to get all these online, and then I have our thumbnail as well. That's a pretty good place to build the thumbnail from, I'd say. You can get a look at all three of them. Yeah, looking good. And all we need is, well, this coming in, and we are slowly getting some titanium in. So let's wait for this one to come in. And then after we've done that, I think that I promised that we would jump on back to Natsar just to see that it's working. Now, of course, next time we're going to continue with making a modular design for the purple signs, and then we can do a modular design for the green signs as well. And once we have that, we're going to be figuring out how to do the critical photons on this planet, and once we've done that, we are going to build the white signs, and then once we've done that, we can just copy paste it everywhere, and then we'll just have my PC burst into flames from the strain of trying to manage the space. Makes sense? I am also going to do two things that we have done before for the other ones. We're going to take extra outs here, and we are going to do an extra monitor at this location, and that monitor will be copying the monitor settings of the other ones. Copy settings. And there. Except that this will now be yellow. And I'm kind of wondering if I should also have a I can't do a monitor for this. I'm going to do a monitor for the science. But I think that's fine. If I know that one location is running out of science for something, then I have all the information I need in order to go fix it. Of course, I don't know if it's titanium or it's quantum crystal or it's diamonds that's running out. But hey, I know that it's running out instead of just looking at this. I know why this is running out. It's because my green science is not working because I ran out of warpers, so I had to reallocate all of my green into building up a buffer for warpers, and that's now built. Cool, this is working. I'm happy. Let's jump on back to Natsar just to see how that planet is working. We can also just, while I've been working on this, we can see that, yep, more stuff is happening. Definitely more stuff here. It is going pretty quickly, and we can see that not much is allowed to retire anymore because we can absorb pretty efficiently all of this. And let's have a look at this one. It's halfway filled, almost. Yeah, pretty close to halfway. 49. It's actually really close. Let's let it roll over to 50,000, so we can, well, say 50,000. That's it, 50,000 out of 102. So it's halfway there. Perfect. Let's jump on over to NASA and see how that looks. Here we are, flying into this one. It doesn't look that impressive, but if we look at location out here, well, let's take some of this junk out here. I'm just gonna undo this so we can more clearly see what's going on. If you see all these little dots out here, that is just rockets flying in and flying in and flying in, plus at this point only 2 lines of lasers getting put in. But you can also see there is no solar swarm because everything is being absorbed immediately. Let's have a look at what it looks like on this overlay. Now obviously it's going to be a far and away off, but hey, we put 100,000 in while we're doing this. That's actually 20%. I am so surprised about it that we actually put 20% of our rockets in here already. I guess that it's just a testament to how fast we can launch, and since this is launching continuously thanks to our rocket launcher, then we are going to start working on more and more squares here. You can see some of these are already there. We can also see, if we look at the absorption rate here, there's 3,200 being absorbed. Everything we throw in the orbit will be absorbed immediately. What? Are we seriously? Oh, no, I can see the blue line there. Okay, good. And we are already producing 56 gigawatts at this location. That's great. That's great. So I just wanted to show this. As we can see, this is progressing, and this is going to be our biggest sphere. I hope that it's going to be big enough. We'll see for the 1 terawatt. I don't know if it has to be 1 sphere, or it has to be 1 star, or it has to be among all stars. Who cares? Who knows? We'll build it, and then we'll see what's going to happen, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you want to keep up with the continuation of this next big mega project. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.